I just found an interview on somebody I personally have huge respect for. He's a little insane, um, and insane in the way that he is a doctor. Doctors have egos. Doctors think they know it all. And what I think insanity is as soon as you start thinking you know everything and you stop receiving information, then you go insane. And this guy definitely thinks he knows it all. Definitely knows more than anybody else on the planet, it appears. There's no question about it. He does know an awful lot. And that is one of the problems I've had even with my own son. This kid was born knowing more shit than anybody else on the planet. And um, but the problem is because he was so smart, he could never ever recognize that he could be wrong about something. You could be right about a hell of a lot of stuff, but it's that 1% where you're wrong. And um, this is something that I've known is um, I knew an awful lot when I was born. I knew I was the black sheep. Nobody could understand where I was coming from. And there are many stages where I thought I knew it all. I knew it all when I was 16, knew it all when I was 21, knew it all when I was 33, knew it all when I was 40. Eventually, every time that I reached a stage where I thought I knew it all, and I came to another point where, oh, I didn't really know it all then, but now I really know it all. But when you see yourself doing that over and over and over again, over a long period of time, you pretty much have to live life to see that pattern. Then you recognize, oh, there's no such thing as knowing it all. The only way you'll know it all is when you're completely connected and in total agreement with everybody else on the planet. As long as there's disagreement, that disagreement says you don't know it all. So I would never, ever be one that claims to know it all. I just might know more than most people. And I love it when these religious people or these highly educated people come on my board and say I'm ignorant. It's like, okay, if knowledge, there's one level of knowledge, another level of knowledge, another level of knowledge. So people that have a lot of education, they're like down here. They got the piece of paper that says they know it all. But yet, if I'm above that, would anything I say make any sense to them? Would it appear like I'm ignorant if I don't hold their beliefs? Which I can definitely understand. You're just in one mindset, and I've got another mindset that you can't comprehend yet. Um, so it's like you be careful who you judge, because when you make a judgment, it's actually a mere reflection of yourself. So I love it when I make a statement and somebody gives me their um, an opinion is when you voice your point of view with a backup statement. But a point of view of a judgment of, oh, you're just crazy, or that was just a stupid thing to say, then that comment just makes it a stupid thing to say, because where's the logic in just saying something is stupid? If something is stupid, back it up with some evidence that it's stupid. But if you can't find the language that says where something is off, then chances are you are the one that's off. So when you're judging others, you see this in religion. Religious people are all judging everybody else that doesn't hold their belief to be the ones that are wrong. And there was a good comment that was posted on one of my other videos today, that said religion is designed to create war. It's designed to make one group of people think that they are right while they judge the rest of the world to be wrong. And yet the ones that are judging themselves to be right are admitted sinners. How right can you be if you're sinning? So it's just the concept of that is a design for war. You're always at war. And those that are judging all others to be not as, righteous, they're, what they see out in the world is themselves. And they need saving. And they think the only way they get saved is if they save everybody else. And their concept of being saved is through death, which is, it's the most insane belief. Anyways, found this really, really great video. It's a two-part. It is an interview with this Dr. Wolf. You will be totally blown away by this information. It's completely new science. The guy is a little insane still. Why? Because he's missing some information. He still can't receive information. He's too busy pushing out information. And it's like, you gotta listen to me. You gotta do things my way, is basically his beliefs. And when somebody, he's trying to join a new business culture. And it's like, well, what's a good business? What is the measuring tool that says this is right or this is wrong? And because he doesn't get this one part, he'll never, ever, ever know what a good business actually looks like. So it's like he would design another Venus project that just, takes every problem we've got and recreates it, but makes it look a little different, but it's still the same thing. And that's what this Dr. Wolf is doing, is he's trying to set up new businesses, but only businesses that fit within his concept of what is right. And the man is dying. Why is the man dying? And why do I even say he's dying? And in his books, he was poisoned with high-grade uranium. He thinks the purpose of why he was poisoned was to create these systems that can clean all the toxic waste on the planet. He openly admits his mission on the planet is to clean the biosphere. And he has the tools to do it. If he wasn't poisoned, if that hardship, that really, really bad situation didn't happen to him, he would have never, ever figured out how we can clean up the planet. Apparently, he's doing something in the Gulf. So it's not like it's bad information. It's really, really good, but it's like we got to be careful what it is we recreate. And are we recreating just another copy of the same problem because we have no measuring tool to tell what's right or wrong? He is so much on the right track because he's cleaning everything up and he's healing everybody that, everybody but me. For some odd reason, when I crashed and burned, I needed to calm down an awful lot. And that's the process that I was in. And I thought moving forward, it's like, okay, let's track me to make sure I am on the right track. And this guy just went against all of his own philosophies. And in emails, he was trying to change beliefs that are working for me and totally ignored what was not working for me. And I'm limited funds, and I had worked hard and saved my money to pay for tracking, because maybe if it was a paid service, he could do a better job. But they refused to track me. So I found something really, really suspicious there, that why is it you would reject a patient? That doesn't make any sense to me. But we are living in this world where we attract our experiences. So I own responsibility that for some odd reason, I needed to have that experience where somebody was rejecting me, just so I could talk about it. But let's question, why would a doctor reject? And I've noticed the same pattern with me that I had when I was dealing with an awful lot of abuse. I went in to see doctors who just wanted to hand out pills. Counselors totally destroyed my children. Women's shelters, churches, you name it. I was screaming for help, and there was no help. So I know in my mind, over years, I was like, there is no help, there is no help, there is no help. And when I did crash and burn, I did go and see a counselor who never showed up at his appointments. He was like 30 minutes late. Even designed the meeting so that I was his first appointment in the day, and every time he could never show up to work on time and was always, always late. And gave some really, really bad advice. Just wanted me to put my daughter in jail instead of counseling. He refused to even sit in the same room and help my daughter out. So I ended up going to a different counselor, one that dealt more with abuse, and they kept canceling the appointments all the time. And the last time, because I stopped, I ran into another counselor on the street, and they asked me how it was going, and I was like, well, clearly she just wanted to do her job and show up at any of the appointments. And she was like, well, let's give this one more try. So I made one more appointment, and she was 30 minutes late. I'm right around the corner. I'm not about to get pissed off about anything those days. I didn't keep calendars. I didn't keep anything, just so if I was wrong about something, not to be upset about it, because I could have been wrong about the appointment. I didn't write it down. I'm going by memory. And just so that it was my way of keeping calm. So I know that my appointment was at a specific time, and it was right around the corner. I mean, I had nothing going on except for looking forward to this appointment. So I couldn't see how I would miss the time. But she was 30 minutes late, around the corner, no big deal. I'll just keep going around. And when she finally showed up, she went on and on and on about why she was late, and then said the words, "You look like you are in a bad mood. Let's rebook." What kind of counselor says you've got to have your life perfect before you come and see me? It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm seeing this pattern that every friggin' doctor that I go and see, including this Dr. Wolf, tends to not want to show up and do the job that they get paid for. I find that interesting. And why is that? And it's almost as if, okay, whatever help it is that I need, I got to be my own solution, which is what I've been doing. And if, for example, this Dr. Wolf doesn't want to communicate and support everybody else that wants to start these new businesses, then I will just do it myself. And but anyways, this is a really, really good video. Even though I say the flaws within this guy, it's really important to know what the flaws are. And when I said the guy's dying, my video is running out, so I'm going to make it short. He's got a pacemaker, so now he's dealing with a fake heart instead of healing his heart, which was caused by him being poisoned. And he's not saying the human body lives forever, although he has the science that says all illnesses can be cured. We can clean up the planet. You know, like he's saying everything, you know, all of these actions. Well, what does it create? It creates the human body never dying, but yet he'll never ever say those words. He's met with Stephen Hawking, but hasn't cured Stephen Hawking of his illnesses. So it's really interesting. Links below. Check it out. Peace out.